curiouser and curiouser gets everything going on around this game. Everybody's heard about, East has had a lot of drama this week, but the drama now shifts to the gridiron where Logan takes on East in a rematch of the state title game just last fall.
Well, it seems like these teams have played each other a lot lately. They could potentially play each other in the playoffs as well. So they should start to know each other really well, and Coach Favero picks this team for a reason going into the playoffs. They're tough.
Hey, Logan's won 2 games against East in their series history. Both of those games coming last year. Last game of the season and then again in the state title game. It'll be interesting to see how both these teams approach this game tonight. Is it a regular old game or is it just kind of warm-up before state? Because they could meet each other in the quarterfinals.
Never a regular old game, and you'd think that some of the gamesmanship going on, they won't show all their cards tonight, and they'll rest some players as well. So still a fun game to watch.
And you're going to see it all right here on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing the official training bike of the Tour de France, the Proform TDF, the first ever indoor training bike that delivers everything you demand. A 20% incline and a 20% decline, so you'll experience exactly what the road does. Because it's powered by Google Maps, you choose the road and the TDF follows it. Every incline and decline, so no matter what comes at you, you'll be ready. The Proform TDF automatically adjusts resistance, incline and decline. Plus, with a built-in power meter, you'll know your exact output. You decide where to go and the official training bike of the Tour takes you there. And now that you've decided, we're ready to deliver. Order right now and get 0 down and a free upgrade on rush shipping. Call the number on your screen or go online today.
The regular season wraps up with East at Logan in a rematch of the state title game from a year ago. And it's brought to you by Icon. Health and fitness, never give up. Lewiston State Bank, your hometown bank with a new branch at 3rd South and Main in Logan. The Wendy's of Cache Valley, quality is our recipe. Cache Valley Hospital, your first choice for healthcare. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Salt Lake Express, offering door-to-door service in Cache Valley and beyond. S.A. Needham Jewelers, where Utah gets engaged. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel midweek edition, regardless of when you're watching this. It's a Wednesday night. It's the final game of the regular season around the state of Utah, as it's the UEA weekend. It's senior night at Logan. All the seniors gathered around there, a pretty good group of seniors here at Logan High. Logan taking on East in a rematch of last year's title game that Logan came back to win in dramatic fashion. East leads this series 9-2-2. Logan's 2 wins, as I mentioned, both came last year, and these two teams could meet in the quarterfinals of the state playoffs, but there's a whole lot of big ifs surrounding that. It's everything going on with the East program, with all the drama that they've had, players being ruled ineligible, and there's all sorts of stuff going on with that. We're going to hear from the coaches first, but let's take a look. There's Coach Brandon Matich. He's talking to Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson, the taller one. Matich there with the visor. And Coach Matich, originally he was going to be suspended for this game and the next game. Then just today they come back and said, well, he's allowed to coach this game. Well, and there are those that are saying, well, he's being allowed to coach this one because they're going to make him be done for the playoffs.
You can speculate. That's certainly possible.
There's all sorts of punishments that are being talked about. His program could vacate its wins. That'll all be borne out. Coach Mike Favero spent some time with Levon earlier, and let's hear what Logan thinks they're going to see from the Leopards tonight.
Coach, playoff seating's done, and you know where you're going to be, and But you still have a big game against East tonight. What's your mindset going into the game tonight?
First and foremost, we're excited to have a home playoff game next week. Secondly, of course, it's Week 10 and last game of the season against the top-ranked team in the state. So we've obviously had 2 games against East last year. They're a great program with a great coaching staff, so it should be quite a challenge for us.
Well, how would you tell your kids this week getting ready for this game? You're going to the playoffs, and they're probably thinking about the playoffs, and you got to keep them in the moment, don't you?
Well, we schedule East for a reason. We want to see the triple option. They're the best 4A triple option team in the state, so we schedule them for a purpose, and that was our philosophy when we scheduled them. So we're excited to get experience against that scheme. So it's going to benefit us either way. And again, I'm a believer of sticking to having a philosophy that you can stick to and making sure it has a rhyme and a reason. So we knew we were going to play in Week 10. We knew they had a great team. They had a number of guys coming back off that state championship team game that we played against last year. So there was no secret what we were getting ourselves into.
Now, tell me, as always with Logan this year, we got to have an injury report. Is anybody coming back this week? You going to arrest a bunch of kids?
No, we lost Hagen Anderson 2 weeks ago, which was a setback for us. He's had some aggravation in his knee. And then Taylor Compton may not play tonight. He's got a really bad hamstring. And obviously in a game like this, you don't want a kid hurting himself further and not being able to be at full strength come playoffs. At this point, we're thrilled about this game, but ultimately the next season's about to begin when this one's over. So we want to be wise and prudent in our decision-making.
Thanks, Coach, for your time. We'll see you at halftime.
Okay, thanks.
Well, definitely a question we had, Lee, as you see this is one of the more picturesque venues here, Crimson Field in the state, with the Logan LDS Temple and Old Main behind it there up on the hill at Utah State, overlooking Crimson Field. But you wonder how these teams would approach this game tonight. Last year, Logan approached it as any other game. East rested a bunch of guys, then decided they weren't going to do that and brought in some starters, and it didn't matter.
Didn't help by then. It was too late.
But then tonight, how does East approach this one?
Here's the question is what's going on with the East coaching staff, and there's a lot of speculation out there. If for some reason this is coaches the last game of the year for East, they'll come out guns blazing, and but if not, they'll probably arrest some people like last year.
Well, we'll have to see. The things I'm hearing down on the field is that it's going to be a regular game. We'll have to see. We won't really know until they get here. Coach Matich was not here when we did the coaches' interviews. We talked to Coach Erkenblock, one of the assistant coaches, before the game.
Coach, East, Logan, seems like we've heard this before, and this 2 storied programs, and a great year last year for you, of course, and beating Logan in the state championship. Aren't you guys tired of playing each other yet?
Well, our staff's got a lot of history with Logan. They know Coach really well, Coach Favaro really well, and so they're familiar rivals. Even though a lot of our staff came from Park City, where they used to battle it out with the Grizzlies quite often. So it's getting to be kind of a regular thing. But now we're both one of the better programs in 4A, and it's it's great when the top programs get to play each other. I wouldn't say we're sick of it. We might be sick of losing. 0-2 last year, so.
Well, talk to me about tonight's game. Seating's locked up. You're number 1 team in the state. You already know where you're going to play next week, and Logan knows as well. What's your mindset going into tonight's game?
Well, that's interesting because tentatively there was some more drama with the Activities Association today, so we haven't gotten the final word. But if everything comes down the way it was set up 24 hours ago, we could see each other in week 3 or week 2 of the playoffs, 2 weeks from this week. So that would be 4 meetings in 2 years, which might be a little excessive, but that's the nature of the pairings. I don't know. I mean, last year we held a lot of kids out when we played them in that 10th game. We were pretty banged up and that type of thing, and of course they really took it to us, and then we kind of rebounded and we had that classic game for the championship. But tonight we're here for more than just getting off the bus and putting in an appearance. We'll see what happens.
Okay, well, thanks for your time. We're looking forward to a great game.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right, well, the talking's just about done. It's just about time to strap it up and play. We'll be back with the kickoff. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Clark Salt Lake Express and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
Back at Logan High School, and the teams have the captains have exchanged pleasantries, and such a big number 54 out there, Merrill Taliali, 6'2", 310 pounds. He's not even the biggest East Leopard. Misi Tomua is 6'2", 275, and Mike Key, number 74, 6'5", 320. Sheesh. So he's packing a sandwich or two in his pockets.
Wow. And some lead weights.
5 D1 commits on this East team, including Patrick Palau, number 52, who's committed to BYU. I know Utah State's chasing some of these big kids from East.
Well, there's great talent in the state of Utah, and Coach Anderson for Utah State looking for some of that talent in state. And that's a great way to go to build a program.
Well, I want to say that Fakahafua, the wide receiver defensive end, has committed to Utah State.
I wonder if he's related to the University of Utah wide receiver who played for Highland.
Who knows?
Same last name.
Run down there and ask him.
Okay, I will. I'll just yell it.
Run right down on the field. Big test for the Logan defense tonight with that triple option that they run. And you have to be disciplined. You have to play sound assignment defense. And this is a Logan defense that everybody wondered about after the first game. They gave up 41 points in Northridge. And since then, they've been pretty darn solid. They give up 17 points per game. Their offense averages 34, but look at East. They average 43.5 points a game. The least points they've scored is 28. Their highest 66. They only give up 6.5 points per game.
Yeah, they don't give up any points, and that's Logan's tough offense and East's tough defense is really the storyline. Who's going to give in?
I do not think they've played a team like Logan with that offense. Here's Preston Curtis. Look out! Preston Curtis right up the gut.
Preston Curtis.
Touchdown East.
Touchdown East.
Wow.
So the Leopards serve notice on the first play of the game.
Well, that's just great blocking. Preston Curtis sees the hole and hits it full stride.
Logan has kicked the ball to the end zone a lot this year. That one they did just a little squibber right up the gut for Preston Curtis.
The up man lets it go by, and that's a smart play to get to your return man, Curtis, and he sees a gap and gets a few blocks, and he is untouched. I don't even think that there's a block in the back. Looks like the officials missed, but Curtis gets a free ride to the end zone. That's 7 for East.
11:47 in the first half. East 7. Logan 0.
Let's talk to the truck, see if we can roll that back, because I'd like to see if that really was a block in the back.
Angel Reyes couldn't catch him. He was the kicker, and Curtis goes 95 yards. The PAT is good, and it's 7-0. We've played 13 seconds. Let's take another look at what you were talking about, Lee.
Let's see if we can
slow it down.
See it. Right there. That's a block in the back. Easy to call in slow motion replay.
That is correct, sir.
Number 67 to kick off.
East waiting to kick off an unlisted player.
Sorry, we don't have his name in the booth.
With his orange shoes.
Unlisted.
Yeah.
It's like a phone number.
Number 67. Here, look at the roster. 65, 68, 71. won't see the East offense first. Another short kick, and Brady's going to pick it up at about the 18, and he's walloped.
Wow.
About the 24. He sits up, adjusts his face mask, makes sure his head's still on.
Stop there by
32,
Matt
Jesse Maxfield just pounds Brady.
The ball will be placed on the 22-yard line. First and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Oof.
Wow, that's
Right
a
in the face.
It's really a good hit.
Now, everybody I've talked to in the Salt Lake area and seen these teams said, yeah, East is for real. It's not a case of they played bad teams and the region's down. East might be the second best team in the state of Utah behind Utah State.
A little miscommunication there. Falk goes long, and is that Artist? Artist over there didn't run the full route. Or Rich, that was number 6.
What's it?
Yep, number 6.
Falk is third in state history in completions and attempts. Needs 16 more completions to pass Alex Caressa for second, and 37 more to pass Alex Hart for number 1. We'll get to the completions in a minute. McIntyre on the draw. He's got running room, and he's up near the first down. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 1. Not something we see a lot from this Logan offense. A running play. They only average 12 runs per game, and most of those came early in the season. He's one more block away from a big, big game.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot that Logan uses their passing game as a running game. 6-yard handoffs instead of 1-foot handoff.
Nope, they say it's a first down where they spotted it. So it ends up being 10 yards. Falk throws behind one receiver and in front of another one, and it's another incompletion. Last time we saw Luke Falk, it was against Mountain Crest. He had a tough game.
Well, Falk and his receivers are going to have to get on the same page. He's throwing to spots, and they're not there.
A big defensive line for East. Rush goes 245. Leah Itoa, 250. Ceci Salt is 230. Tessina is 250. Here's the little screen out to McIntyre. McIntyre spins up to about the 40-yard line. 41, and it'll be 3rd and 2.
Point, he gets popped right here at the end. Number 93, Semu Tessina. Another big kid, 6 feet, 250.
3rd and 2 for Logan.
Falk gets East to jump.
Flag on the play.
So Logan gets first down the easy way.
Offsides call against the Leopards. 5-yard penalty will be a Grizzly first down.
Grizzlies without one of their weapons. Hagen Anderson not playing tonight. Receiver number 22 is injured his leg, and missed last week, and will miss tonight. They're hoping to have him back with a deep playoff run. He has been a weapon for the Grizzlies. 32 catches, 425 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And he didn't play the first couple games of the season. Sparingly after that, coming back from a knee injury. East showing blitz. 6 coming. They took too much time.
Taylor Compton out as well. I don't know if you mentioned that or not. I was a little distracted. He's sitting out tonight as well with a hamstring. So coach is going to rest him and hopefully get him ready for the playoffs next week.
This game doesn't mean anything in the standings or anything else. Logan's locked into the number 2 slot in the playoffs. They'll play the Region 8 number 3 seed. Falk looking downfield for Artist. Artist has a step on his man. He made a move on Patatefa, and he had the step, but Falk just about a foot too long for him. 2nd and 15.
The offensive line's really got their work cut out for him against East tonight. East is running a lot of stunts on that defensive line, and they're quick. Not only are they large, but they're fast.
They're playing man against Brady and playing zone on the other side. Artist is going to be close to the first down. It depends on where they spot it. He's going to be about a half a yard short. Or do they move those chains?
Oh, they move the chains.
Wow.
Huh. That didn't look close. That spot.
Yeah, he looked like he was almost a yard short. where they spot it. Look, that's what the coaching staff of East, you can't see it on the screen there, but at the top of your screen, the official that's calling timeout had a coach right in his ear. Yeah, it should be 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
And they moved those chains. It really should be 3rd and 1. They've already moved the chains. I mean, how would you measure it? It should be 3rd and less than 1, really. 3rd and about the length of the ball.
Well, if that's where the ball is really, the spot was, then you can move it back to about a yard. So if somebody remembers on the field, they don't have the benefit of instant replay in high school.
Well, it was at the 44-yard line was where the chains were, and they're going to move them. So instead of a 1st down for the Grizzlies, it's going to be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, everybody has a mistake now and then, but you just got to own up to it.
That's right.
Fix the problem.
Austin comes in as a receiver. He's at the bottom of the screen there next to the official. He's missed time with an injury this season. Falk, time, underneath. Receiver, 1st down, Brady.
That'll be good for
11 yards on 3rd and 1.
33-yard line.
And Jesse Brady has destroyed the all-time Logan receiving record. Huge weapon for the Logan offense. 1st down.
Falk, good protection. Going down the middle's got a man. And he can't come up with it.
That pass intended for Taylor Compton, incomplete, out of his reach. 2nd down and 10.
It's number 15.
That's Compton.
Yeah, Coach Rivero said he wouldn't play, but there he is trying to run on the pattern across the middle, trying to pick that ball up. Well, he's got a shot to get that, but that's a tough catch.
Falk starts the game 3 of 7 for 34 yards. 9.5 to play here in this 1st quarter. 7-0 East. They return the opening kick for a touchdown. Falk hangs this one up there for Brady. And Brady can't get through Patatefa. Easy for you to say.
Well, Luke Falk has to get rid of that ball because number 9, Corey Rush, is bearing down on him, the defensive end, 245 pounds, right in his face. So Falk not only has to get rid of that quick, but it's off his back foot.
Rush 7th in the state in sacks with 8.
Perfect name for a D.
You bet. 3rd and 10, 2 of 2 on 3rd down on this drive. Falk gets rid of it. Artist came out of his break and he kind of stumbled, and so he didn't get his hands up cleanly. It's 4th and 10, and probably go for it field position for the Grizzlies. Let's see.
Well, that's a catchable ball, but you're right. He just can't get any elevation because he stumbled before you saw that camera shot.
Yeah, he stumbled. He didn't get his head. He turned his head around a little late. The ball was right there. So 4th and 10. At the East 33-yard line, so Logan will go for it. Right in that no man's land. Falk steps in. Artist, catch, short. Let's see where they spot it. It's closer than you think, Lee. 1st down, they say. It looked like it was a yard short. And where they spot it, it's a 1st down. And Artist got walloped.
That's a pretty good spot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's that back foot where it came down. They give you the forward progress. Falk looking for Artist again. Wrong shoulder, and he can't get there.
That's a tough throw to make anyway. You got triple coverage running right with Artist, and you got to put that right on the money.
He threw it to the outside. Artist had to turn around for it, and he put it, did Falk, the only person that would be able to get to it would be his own receiver.
This is a long, sustained drive. A couple of good things coming out of this if you're Logan, to keep East's offense off the field, and you get a chance to put some points on the board, which you desperately need.
Falk off his back foot again. He's got Artist, and this time, Artist gets there. Touchdown, Grizzlies. 22 yards.
Lucas Hall, Bo Artist.
That is a pretty good throw from Falk off his back foot, hopping in the air, but an even better catch by Artis to go over his outstretched hands and bring that in. And that's a tough ball to turn around and see with a helmet on.
East running a player off the field. They throw a flag. Was the PAT good or not? There's the flag. We'll take a look at it when we come back. We're tied at 7. Rayo's getting set to kick off. The last kickoff was a rodeo for Logan. And the bull won, or the leopard.
Leopard
won. They kind of squibbed it down to about the 5-yard line, and that's where Preston Curtis, the junior running back, 6 feet 185, picked it up and cruised 95 yards to the house. A 13-second play. Logan responds with a touchdown drive of their own. Again, it'll be interesting to see East's defense against this Logan offense. Logan's already scored more points than East usually gives up. East usually gives up 6.5. Logan scored 7. Kick this one to the end zone. And they do, and there's no option in high school once it's to the end zone. It's out to the 20. The new rule in college this year is it's out to the 25.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I know how you feel.
Oh.
Lumpy, gushy, and kind of gross.
You sound like my wife.
No. All right, take a look.
Or your wife.
The formation here. Curtis goes in motion. Quarterback keeps. Baez picks up about 6.
Just such a tough offense to defend when it's executed well, which East is really good at executing this offense. You mentioned it in the opener that Logan has to stay in their assignments and their lanes. Otherwise, it's over.
If you're quick, you can combat the size of East. Seen it happen 100 times, but you can't freelance. Motion. They give to Patatefa. Patatefa bounces outside. Brought down after a first down run of 9 yards.
135-yard line for a leopard first down.
Patatefa, 39 rushes, 229 yards, 5.8 per carry, and 8 touchdowns. Ula Tulutau is their top rusher. He's number 2. He's the fullback.
He's a junior. 6'1", 225. That's a load.
Looks like a fullback to me. Baez is going to throw. He's got a man out there all alone. That's Fakahafua. Fakahafua
pass complete to number 16.
Run out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. East says, he's clear up here at the 45. And they said, no, he's back here at the 5. So a gain of 5 for Baez and Fakahafua. Double wing type of look, doing 2 wide receivers. In motion goes Robbins. They gave it to Tulutau, the fullback, and wow, he rumbles forward for 10.
Well, it's not just his rushing skill that we're seeing on display here, but take a look at the East offensive line. They're just firing off and owning the defensive line of Logan.
Tulutau 8th in the state in rushing yards, regardless of classification. 111 rushes, 929 yards, 8 yards to carry, and 9 touchdowns for big number 2. And 3 wide receivers. Baez is going to throw again. Lots of time. Steps up, has a man. Caught by Swenson. Swenson's got a blocker, and he's finally brought down out there by Hunter Bauer. Big play, though, for the Leopards.
We'll mark it at the 8-yard
42
line.
yards.
First and goal for the left.
Well, and that's what this triple option offense really does for your team. It gives you a ton of options, of course, running the ball, but everybody kind of sneaks up to the line of scrimmage and opens up a huge hole for number 6, Zach Swenson.
Gives you a triple option.
Yes.
Gives you at least 3.
At least 3. Every minute.
Baez gives off to Patatefa.
Patatefa
Patatefa picks
carry.
up 3.
It's down the 6-yard line.
One thing they don't have tonight, Lee, and
Taken down in 6.
to find out why, they don't have that 25-second clock on tonight. Logan has a 25-second clock over on the school and there on the scoreboard, and we'll see it when you see the SC Needham Jewelers sign of the clock a little bit later.
You'll see a black square.
That 25-second clock, play clock, not running tonight. Baez, first man through. No,
Tolutau on the
it
carry.
was the first man through. Tulutau, not much. He picks up a couple. It'll be 3rd and 5, and you notice Baez goes down as Logan saying, we're going to hit you no matter what. Bracken Williams, whose assignment was the quarterback, taking him down. 3rd and goal, about the 6-yard line. For East, 7-7 ball game. Oh, keeper by the quarterback, and nobody even looks at it. Baez, easy into the end zone. Everybody bit on the dive.
When you're not a kid, and the fake handoff to Tulutau up the middle, and everybody in crimson and gold dives towards the middle, and including our cameraman loses Baez for a minute, and he strolls in the end zone.
Well, the outside backer looked like he was trying to get out there, and he got tripped up. PAT is good. East 14, Logan 7, 5-11 to play in the first.
Hi, I'm Randy Anderson, owner of Master Mechanic in Providence. Every repair we do at Master Mechanic comes with our peace of mind guarantee, meaning all repairs are guaranteed for 3 years or 36,000 miles. That's triple the industry standard. Summer travel time is here. Before you hit the road, stop by and have our ASE certified technicians inspect your vehicle. Prevent vacation breakdowns with our pre-trip inspection. Master Mechanic in Providence, taking the worry out of summer travel. I guarantee it.
80-yard touchdown drive by the Leopards, and they lead once again 14-7. Logan got him into 3rd down once. It was 3rd and goal at the 6. Baez kept it. Everybody bit on the dive. Baez eating a sandwich on his way to the end zone.
Strolling, I think, was the word.
Like the outside backer or the strong safety, somebody that was coming up that was assigned to that edge got tripped as he was coming to the edge there and left it wide open. Another short kick. Just about fumbled out there by the Grizzly returner. It looks like Kincaid Wild. It is.
20,
Decent field position for the Grizzlies at their own 39-yard line.
Grizzly first down.
See if Logan can answer. Watch Wildman almost lose this football as he's not holding it in very tight.
Well, the mitt comes in there and gives it a little rattle right there. It's number 13, Preston Burnett.
Falk looking deep again. Nobody home.
Pass intended for Jesse Grady.
No, interesting. Falk's launching a lot off his back foot. He didn't have pressure that time, and he was falling back when he let that one go.
Well, that'll cause that ball to float, which we're seeing.
Falk, a touchdown pass on that first possession. He's 5 of 13, 66 yards and a touchdown. Mountain Crest really mugged the Logan receivers. Let's see if East takes a page out of their book. And watching it earlier, they're being very physical. Here's another one. where Falk gets rid of it off his back foot, but he had to. Sione Lea'atoa was right in at his knees. 3rd and 10. Logan 3 of 3 on 3rd downs in that first possession. 4:53 to play in an eventful first period. East leads 14-7. East bringing 5. Falk has time, and he's off target. Artist was right at the sticks. He threw it a little outside of him, and Logan will have to punt.
You got to think Artist heard some footsteps there as the defensive back was coming up on him hard.
The pass was a little behind him.
A little bit. Definitely catchable, though.
That's 2 he's had in his hands that he's had trouble hauling in. Whether he's the first one, he was kind of tripped up as he came out of his break. The punter goes down, Chandler Lowry, but it was his own man that submarined him. So East leading 14-7 will start at their own 32-yard line with 4:39 to play in the first period.
Well, so far Logan's defense has had no answer against East. Special teams gives up a touchdown and they drive right down to their last possession. And quarterback waltzes into the end zone.
He plays 80 yards. That's 10 yards per play, folks.
Whoa. Should be a math teacher.
The big one being the 42-yard catch. Here's Curtis, who had the touchdown on the kick. He's free. And he outruns everybody. He put a move on McKay Johns. Touchdown East. 68 yards. Nobody has laid a hand on Preston Curtis tonight.
Right about the 20-yard line, he puts a juke on McKay Johns, and he stops for a second, hesitates, and then he turns on the Jets. And that is all she wrote. Just a quick give and great feet. Preston Curtis weaves his way through the Logan defense. Great blocking downfield. And you're right.
Nobody puts a paw on him until the end zone.
Right, here's the move.
The extra point is wide, no good. So
that's all it took, and he loses his angle. He had the angle for a second.
The Leopards 20 and the Grizzlies 7.
PAT is no good. 20-7. East extends the lead.
Burritos and nachos, hot chocolate, sports snack bar, Logan High School.
I'm Wendy. Yep, that one. And I'm proud to introduce Dave's Hot and Juicy Cheeseburgers. They're all new and our best yet, with thicker, hotter, juicier beef, melty cheese, and a warm butter toasted bun. So come on in. You know when it's real.
20-7. East has touched the ball 3 times. They've scored 3 times. Logan, 2 possessions, 1 touchdown, 3 and out on their last one, and then Preston Curtis goes 68 yards untouched for the score.
That's his 2nd touchdown.
East blocking so well that somebody came in the booth and blocked Lee Vaughn.
I'm not very fast though, so it's an easy block. Speaking of fast, this East team is fast in every position.
A lot of speed. Brady at his own 11. He gets it up to about the 34-yard line. That's where Logan will start, trailing by 13.
Well, Logan's had pretty good field position on all their possessions. The one problem they're having is their offensive line cannot stop East. They've had pressure a lot on Falk in the backfield.
Well, they're not. East isn't respecting any sort of run threat because Logan really doesn't bring them a run threat. And they're just pinning their ears back and coming after Falk. They did catch him in it once for a 10-yard run by McIntyre. That's the only rushing attempt of the night. They're going to pitch it out to McIntyre. He's going to cut it back inside and pick up a couple.
Pick up a couple of yards.
And Logan on that first possession as well, they threw a couple of screens, try to slow down that pass rush. They're not a big screening team. Usually when they do screen, it might be that little bubble screen out there, or that's that tunnel to the flanker. Not much over the middle, but that's another thing we may start seeing from him. 5 men up for the Leopards. Now Folau steps back. 4 men coming. Artist at the 40, about the 42, and it's going to be 3rd and a yard.
You got to think we're going to see a lot of patterns like that. Those quick hitters where Falk only has to have a 3-step drop and fires the ball, and that'll nullify that pass rush a little bit.
Artist 4 catches, 54 yards and a touchdown. He's getting a lot of work here in the first period. 3:15 to play in a 20-7 ball game that East leads. 3rd and a yard. Falk again off his back foot. Brady's behind the defense. Brady hauling Solovai down inside the 10-yard line.
Boy, and once again, Falk has huge pressure and puts that ball right on the mark.
First and goal.
Brady runs underneath it. Solovai is right on him and finally brings him down after a huge gain. It's 1st and goal for Logan at the 10, 9.5.
49 yards on the play. Falk's got him, man. Artist leaps in, touchdown, Logan. Now fireworks continue at Crimson Field. 9-yard touchdown, Steve Reich.
Boy, and Artist turns around to hit that ball, and hey, there's nobody right on me. He was almost surprised, it looked like, and dives across the goal line for a touchdown. Nice pass, great courage by Falk to stand in. Number 13, Preston Burnett, who he's played really well this game so far, just misses the coverage.
Reyes' kick is good. It's 20-14. Logan closes the gap. Well, Logan has now scored more points on East than anyone else has this season.
And they're still down by a touchdown.
East giving up an average of 6.5 points per game. Highland and Bountiful both scored 13 points against East. Now Logan scored 14 here in the first quarter. So again, we thought an interesting storyline tonight might be East defending against this Logan passing attack, because they really haven't seen a passing attack like this. Nobody sees a passing attack like Logan. Here's Reyes kicking short. That's Pata Tefa, right up the middle. He takes it up to about the 35-yard line, just shy of the 35, and that's where East will take over, leading 20-14. There's a big play that set up this touchdown. It was a 49-yard completion. See, Falk's been thrown off his back foot all night because he's had that pressure in his face, but this one's right on the money.
Boy, that's a great catch by Brady, and maybe even a better throw by Falk as well to set up that touchdown.
Curtis in motion, keeping it. Valles hit after a gain of about 3, and they finally blow the whistle. If they're going to let him keep going that long, there's going to be a lot of extra yards.
Yeah. There's also going to be some fights. Got to blow that whistle.
4 yards for Valles. Lutau behind him. In motion goes Patatefa. Give to Lutau. Leaves his feet. And the ball's loose. He looked like he was down from here. And it's going to be real close to the first down. Where the official on this near side is spotting it, it's going to be just shy of the first down.
They're discussing. Nobody signaled.
I don't know if we can take a look at that or not. It looked to me like he was down.
I think that's what they're going to call is still east ball.
Yeah, it's east ball. Third, less than a yard.
3rd down and 1.
Let's take a look.
3rd and about 6 inches is all. Ooh.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the ground.
That's close, though.
Now the ball's free, and Logan's got it. Tulutau lost it again.
Grizzlies recover.
And the Grizzlies get a break.
Boy, that's an easy call when that ball pops out 3 feet in the air.
First and 10 Grizzlies.
Tulutau picked up 2 yards, but he lost the football. So Logan now with a chance to tie or take the lead. Tulutau lost the football the play before. He said he was down. He loses it this time. No question he was not down. The ball went flying up into the air. McIntyre in the backfield with Falk. Compton, Rich, and Brady to this side. Far side looks like Artist, and now Logan needs a timeout. 1:09 to play in the first period. There's your S.E. Needham Jewelers sign of the clock. Look, see right down below the 10 there, that little black square? Usually there's a 25-second play clock running in there. It's not running tonight. Keep asking Levon to find out why for me, and he says it's not my job, and goes back to eating his pizza. S.E. Needham Jewelers, where you targets engaged.
That is 2 mentions in 1 sentence. Pier 49 pizza, delicious. Barbecue chicken is my favorite.
They had a chicken pesto one here tonight. They provide us with a plethora of pizzas before each and every game. A barbecue, that chicken one's really good, but they had a pesto chicken one tonight that was outstanding. Pier 49 Pizza, one of our sponsors, fall in love with pizza again. First and 10.
So
for Logan at the East 46.
One of my good friends is actually the owner of Pier 49. His name's Irv Nelson. He's fantastically musically talented, and we'll talk a little bit about that after this play.
He can make pizza too.
Yeah.
Falk, time running out. Steps forward. He's got some running room. Gets down at about the 40-yard line.
Gets out about the 40-yard line.
Picks up 6.
We've got 21.
Tell me about Irv.
Irv gives lessons. He plays the organ in church. He plays the guitar. I think actually the bass for the Fender Benders.
In church?
No.
Why is he such a good organ player? Organist.
He does play by ear.
I thought you were supposed to use your fingers.
Well, he does, but he plays by ear and toes. He actually also teaches accounting.
By ear.
Falk. Teach how to play by ear.
Looking for Artist. Artist balls it in! At the 10-yard line.
Takes the catch inside the 10-yard line.
Wow.
The loop ball.
32 yards. They spotted at the 9.
Boy, and Neil Robbins on the coverage gets up in disbelief that Artist went up behind him and got this ball. That's a great play by Artist to go after it.
6 catches, 95 yards for Artist. We've got 10 seconds to play in the first period. See if Logan gets a playoff. It looks like they will.
Maybe.
Nope, now he's checking with the sideline. 3 seconds, 2, 1. They're going to get the playoff. Falk, high snap, complete to Austin in, down to about the 6-yard line, and that's the end of the first period of play. 20-14, East leads. Logan knocking at the door.
The ball will be at the 6-yard line at the end of the first quarter. East Leopards 20, Low Grizzlies 14.
Visionary Homes.
Well, Logan's knocking at the door. They're on the 6-yard line, trailing 20 to 14. Eric Olson along with Lee Vaughn, and take a look at this catch that set Logan up.
Easily, Hardest could have gotten an offensive pass interference had he pushed right there, but he didn't. Did a great job of getting his body in position and reaching up to grab that over the defender. That's a great play.
His hair got in the defender's eyes.
Yeah, just like mine.
Yeah, huh? Second and goal from the 6-yard line, just outside the 6. Falk, 2 receivers to each side. Compton's in the slot. Looks to Compton, and it's wide of him.
Pass a little long for Caleb Compton.
In that first period, Falk, 10 catches, 10 out of 20, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. Artist, 6 catches, 95 yards. Caught both of those touchdowns. Compton still without a catch.
Yeah, and he's always getting up a little gimpy too as well, and we talked about that injury he has before the game, and that may be slowing him down a little bit.
See if they run Rich on a slant because they sent him wide. No, now they're motioning into that space, and it's Brady. Brady picks that one up off of his shoelaces. He's right at the goal line.
Just about a foot.
3rd down. No, that's 4th and goal, just outside the 1. You can't get any closer than that and not score. Logan has to score here. Falk's keeping it. Touchdown, Logan. Falk, his 2nd touchdown of the year. And now he has 10 yards rushing on 55 carries.
That was Jesse Brady on the carry.
Was that Brady or Falk? Brady came in. Let's see, Brady.
Let's roll that back a little bit if we can.
Let's see who that quarterback was. First, the PAT. Logan looking for the lead, and flags down. Logan, procedure.
I thought it was Falk.
Against the Grizzlies, 5-yard penalty.
No, that's Brady.
That's Brady.
That's Brady, number 7, under center.
So it was Brady. Brady, 1 yard and a touchdown for Logan. And they do that quite often when they're down here close. Kick by Reyes.
No good.
Said it was no good.
No good.
So we're tied at 20. It looked good, but we're a long way away. Tied at 20 in Logan.
S.E. Needham Jewelers is Northern Utah's largest volume diamond importer. My name is Gene Needham, and I travel personally to the World's Diamond Cutting Center, Antwerp, Belgium. There I hand-select each diamond based on the most favorable combinations of cut, color, and clarity. This makes all of our diamonds unique and special and assures that our customers get the best selection and value. These advantages enable us to consistently beat 50 to 70% off sales or any so-called wholesale deals. Come see us, S.E. Needham Jewelers, middle of the block at the sign of the clock.
Reyes set the kick. They said the PAT was no good. Looked good from here, but again, we're a long way away. We're discussing it up here in the booth, but we were kind of talking, Lee, that East is big. It may work against them if Logan keeps running the track meet. That track meet offense.
And they've been rushing a lot trying to get on Luke Falk, and that's a lot of energy expended by some big boys.
This one taken at the 5-yard line. It's Patatefa down the far sideline, and again, good field position for East High. Not at about the 37 is where they will take over. You know, we saw that a few years ago when Mountain Crest ran that fast break type of offense against Highland, a huge Highland team, and Highland got tired out. We'll see if that happens to this bigger East team, but they've definitely got horses everywhere to the Leopards. The Leopards have horses. Takafua has this one go just wide of him. Baez misses for the first time tonight. He's 2 of 3 for 47 yards. East doesn't throw much.
Baez just kind of snap hooked that pass and got away from Takafua.
63 times he's passed the ball coming into the night for 757 yards on 33 completions.
I'm pretty sure Falk has had some games where he passed it that many times in a game.
Well, he passed 20 times, did Falk in the first quarter in this one. He's averaging 55 attempts per game. Here's the big guy.
Wow.
Tulutau. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage, and he picks up 5 anyway.
Holy buckets, that kid is a load.
Beating people like they stole something.
Look at the first contact.
Bam! Wow. Jaden Connor stood him up for a second, but he was getting blocked at the time. I got blocked off of him. 3rd down. They give to the big guy. He's still on his feet. Tulutau for 12.
Do we know who's looking at that kid?
Everybody.
He's just a junior.
He's just running people over.
I hope Coach Anderson's still here.
You can bet he is. They don't play till Saturday. It's Wednesday night, and they play at home. Big win against San Jose on the road by the Aggies.
That was a great game.
That was like watching Xbox. 13 sacks, are you kidding me? And 49 points. I kept looking in my hand for the controller. Baez looking downfield. It's too long.
Pass long.
Utah State
plays New Mexico
plays
State.
New Mexico State this week. That's right. I will be there. Find me, and I will sign your name as an autograph.
Can I have your autograph? I will be there too.
Second and 10.
Timeout. Timeout.
Officials timeout. So trying to see why. Busby coming into the game. Here's the keep by Baez. Baez gets to the edge as they pitch down on it. Dahl started down and realized his mistake, came back upfield, but Baez had already turned the corner. It's 3rd and 3.
It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Leopards.
You know, we saw that game against Mountain Crest, and the officials kept calling the equipment. I'll tell you about that after this play. I talked to one of the officials the next day. Curtis just stops in the backfield. That's back the other way. Never mind. 3rd and 3. They give it to the big guy, Tulutau.
Seems to be working.
Tafa gets it on the end around, and he's going to be stopped short. No, they gave it to Tulutau, and he fumbled it again. Who's got it? Logan's got it. Great fake. I thought they gave it to Tafa on the end around. And Chase Nelson comes up with the ball. Watch.
Chase Nelson on recovery. 1st and 10 Grizzlies from the 38-yard line.
No, it wasn't a fake. Tafa did have it.
That could not be a fake.
There it is, getting knocked out of there.
When that ball comes shooting around his back, and he has no idea where it is. Logan quickly on it. Gets a chance here with 9:25 to go in the second.
It ended up in the middle of the field where where Tulutau was. That's why we thought Tulutau had coughed it up. But he had given it to Tafa on that end around. Inside Artist. Met out there by Folau. But it's a 1st down, 11 yards.
Jeez Louise, sophomore, 6'1", 215, Folau, number 31 in the defensive backfield. Playing linebacker.
Artist now over 100 yards receiving. And there's still 9:12 to play in the first half. 106 yards on 7 catches and 2 touchdowns for Bo Artist. No safety. No safety back for East. 3 receivers. See if they run posts. Falk outside to Brady. Brady will hang on. No.
Incomplete. Ball pops loose.
He said he dropped it.